fight on when supporting the USC Trojans. A Big Ten showdown is coming. Conference implications aplenty that could resonate for the rest of the season, as we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. And the Trojans will kick it away to start. He'll bring it out. It's Lloyd. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Cornhuskers will be in a hole thanks to that short return. And here he is, guys. Anytime he takes the field, he is in complete control of this offense.
And, David, he gives defensive coordinators nightmares because of his ability. They're going to have a hard time slowing him down.
No, he just doesn't have those weaknesses, those flaws, the whole playbook available, and he is a dude.
They'll go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it.
All kinds of running room. Strikes the blow. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting him know it's... Can anyone catch him? Touchdown, Cornhuskers! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So the USC Trojans offense will get the ball for the first time. And a big key as this game unfolds is just how aggressive will he be throwing the football in a lockdown corner like that.
Yeah, and when you're an elite quarterback, you think you can do whatever you want, and you think you can make the right decisions. I'm interested to see how much he'll test that.
Oh, he's going to go up top. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Flying down the right side. Touchdown, USC. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
At the 45 on his way. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Running back searching for a hole.
Listen, guys, this is one of the top 10 passing offenses in the entire country. Maybe they're trying to catch the defense napping by going goal line and running the football. Not a lot of success on that last play. Hey, bud, get back to doing what you do best. Throw the ball.
And a little too much adrenaline on that throw never gave his receiver a chance. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Scanning the field, it's Raiola. Throws toward the end zone. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. And the Huskers will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting...
Underneath toasted coverage. Got it deep downfield. All kinds of room to the right. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Trojans!
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Trying the left side. At the 20, he's got space. He's off to the races. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
You cannot let that happen to you defensively. That is the definition of getting gashed. They didn't have one guy in their front seven even get a finger on that guy.
The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. A 3rd and long coming up here. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Cornhuskers decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense...
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. The Trojans want to move quickly.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdowns.
He wants to go deep. Wide open, he makes the catch. Touchdown, Southern Cal. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
From the gun, the running back has it. At the 35, he's open. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Got a little work done on 1st down. Now back to the line. Looking downfield. It's Raiola. Makes the grab over the middle. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun. Wants to pass. They're trying to get to it. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The Huskers will call on their punt team. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Quarterback will audible. Looking to move it through the air. Pulls it in. It's Branch. On the move at the 30. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the 1st period as we look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. He's looking to throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Lane. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. And the Trojans racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Really nice pass there. You know the expectations at USC every year are sky high. Not just to win the conference, but to be in the national championship discussion. But to do that, they need this guy right here to play at a high level week in and week out, because this guy has the skills and the tools to take them.
Rifles it down the middle. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Trojans. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Lloyd. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of the defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quick.
And the ball is picked off. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
Nice read, nice break. Good job by the defender understanding that ball had some air underneath it, takes advantage of it, goes and makes the big play.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got it in the middle, it's Robinson. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the 1st down.
He makes it look so routine out there, just plucking passes in this offense. When you think about...
Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, USC!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Lloyd. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, and go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Now facing 3rd and short from their own 17. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense has it. Everybody reverse skate. Touchdown, Trojans! The defense takes matters into their own hands. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get hit.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Coming after it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Fires into traffic, picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Pocket starts to collapse. And that pass is intercepted. Bringing it back. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Use the play fake, now to throw. Complete in the middle. Gets away from one, finds some space. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska! And he knocked that one right down the middle. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Oh, he's going to take a chance. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Fires to the middle. Pulls it in. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pressure coming. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes that do it with ease.
Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down. Takes the handoff. It's Marks. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Huskers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. That keeps the running game churning. Pickup of 5 to the 23.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot.
They stripped it out. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Offense set on first down. Power football with the run. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And the pressure was in his grill in an eyelash. First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Flips it out in the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. We might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The Cornhuskers will punt it away on 4th down. He'll bring it back. It's Branch. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They put it on the ground last time. They had got to take care of it this time, David.
And I think you've got to put in context. A lot of times fumbles are just luck. You just got to move on, give him the football again, Jesse, and not worry about it.
I think that's a good point there, David. Get him the ball again to help him play the next play and know that he's okay. Because when that guy's playing well, this offense is on fire.
Line getting set on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Offense in an empty set. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Looking for a crease, it's Marks. The Trojans are stopped, but not before getting the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. And the Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. They'll go right back to it. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on third downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
And while they could run victory formation, you also have to think about padding those stats. Oh, no good. And they missed a field goal, so something has gone wrong today. Just complete and